Greets peeps, we are back with our no DLC Stellaris tutorial. So what we're doing now is we're waiting for our buddy here to finish his exploration. He's going to come back here and, his surveying. He's going to come back here and, okay. He's at long last found an anomaly. So what we can see is that there's asteroids surrounding, orbiting a moon. Oh, there is an asteroid orbiting a moon, and the orbit is too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. So what we can see is that the difficulty of this anomaly, it's a level 1 anomaly, and our scientist is a level 2 scientist. So it's a routine. Difficulty, routine relative difficulty. There we go. That's how it should be said. So it's only going to take him 83 days to explore this. If I can choose to leave it for now, which means that the anomaly is entered into this list. It already is. As soon as a anomaly is generated, it shows up in this area, and it shows up on the map as that, on the galaxy map as that, and in the system view as, where the heck is it? And in the system view as that. So we can leave it be for now, and it will just stay there, and we'll come back to it later on. That's ordinarily what I'd do. We can click to change the scientist to put another scientist on put another scientist in charge of this science ship, and then he'll take it over. He'll take over the ship and take over the research of this anomaly, or we can just research it, which means it will interrupt what it's doing. It's currently surveying the system. So rather than surveying the system, it will quickly research this anomaly and then finish doing its order list, which would be survey this, then research that, and then survey that. What makes most sense to me is that I want to get this system expanded as soon as possible. So I'm going to say leave it for now. Once our science ship finishes surveying the system, I can start our construction ship building an outpost to claim this system and bring it within our realm of control. And then, because of travel times, I'll set this guy, after he's finished surveying, to do this anomaly research, and then the special project, and then the surveying over there. So let's let him finish his surveying of the system. Once he's finished surveying here, he'll never have any reason to come back to the system. So I don't see, I think it makes sense for us to research that anomaly. So system survey is now complete. We also had a pop-up there that our governor has leveled up. No other exciting things happen to it with that leveling up, so we only get the small notification rather than a big pop-up. If the governor had learned new skills, then we'd get a pop-up that would let us know about that. And we've had our pop-up here showing us that the system has now been fully surveyed. So if I were to unpause, this science ship would go over here and research the debris at Tyrathurus. But what I want him to do is I want him to research this anomaly first, before he goes over there, and then before he goes over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down left control and left shift. By holding down left control and left shift, rather than just queuing another order as I would by holding down the shift, control and shift allows me to put a new order in front of the queued orders. So I'm left control and left shift held down. I right clicked on the system, and now I'm going to select research anomalies in system. He's now queued that, and he has more orders, which are investigate the debris, and then investigate the Bellis. Oh no, the Cabellus Shroud is just the area around it, and then investigate that unknown system. So I've released Control and Shift and unpausing, and now he's, rather than going through to the other system, he's moving over here to investigate this anomaly. He's racing through it because it's only a routine difficulty, a level 1 difficulty anomaly. And let's see what the outcome of this anomaly is. In fact, before we do that, let's have a look in here. We can see in the Anomalies tab that it's being researched and details about it. Alright, now the game's paused by itself because the anomaly has completed, and for some reason someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around that planet. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, long since rendered inoperable. They may have also mined the asteroid for materials, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after. Okay, cool. So, because there's a massive engineering project that someone's done in the distant past to move this thing, we've now got there's a research opportunity there. So where this where this system previously had only energy, minerals, physics, research, and trade, it's now got engineering as well. So this is now an excellent system. We're going to be contact report remnants. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So that was that crazy asteroid thing is proof of alien activity at some point in the past. So that's the first discovery of anything alien beyond the gateway and the alien amoeba. Oh, okay. So what I should have done as soon as we finished exploring that system is our construction ship has been ready to build a starbase since the surveying finished. So I should have started that way back then. Doing it now, it doesn't take too long to build a starbase. How long does it take to research debris? At the same time, seems to be going at about 1% a day. Who will win?
Debris analyzed.
It was debris guy. Alright, cool. So, what's happened is after we researched that debris, we've learned about the regenerative hull tissue technology that was on that ship, and we've gained some society research points. So, analyzing debris after fighting both sentient enemies and non-sentient, as I guess that, or how you'd describe that, or wild, maybe, how you'd describe that, amoeba, gives you bonuses, and analyzing debris is always worth it. You'll always get a positive outcome from it. So we'll have a new research option available in here, regenerative hull tissue, and you can see it's got the orange outline. It's got the purple header, which indicates that it's a rare technology, and it's got the orange outline, which lets us know, because we've already discovered some information about it, it's never going to go away. So we can resume our other research, safe in the knowledge that our regenerative hull tissue and the progress we've made on it is not going to disappear on us. Anyway, let's finish our first new system. We can see that when we finish our first new system, our border expanded, so we now control 2 systems. Our construction ship here, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to have him... What do we need most at the moment? We've got plenty of resources, so let's build research stations. They're more important to us right now because we're research mad, and I'm holding down the shift and right clicking again, and then I'm going to queue doing the mining stations. Because our dude hasn't got there, I can't queue up the construction ship moving over there, but once our science ship has gotten over there and checked that there's nothing evil there, I'm going to select our construction ship, shift and right click, and just set him to move to the center of that system, because as soon as he's finished here, I want him to expand there. There's a planet there, it's a tundra world. That's no good to us. We like... What was it? We like jungle planets? We like tropical planets. But at some point in the future, we'll have enough technology and enough habitability bonuses that we'll be able to inhabit this tundra world safely. And with any luck, we may get some special resources on this planet as well. That could be really cool for us. But we'll find out once it's explored by our science ship. Yeah, it shows orange at the moment because we don't know how habitable it is. But once we've actually explored the planet, I expect it'll turn red, because tundra planets and tropical planets are very different from one another, and therefore much less habitable. We've had a bunch of our scientists, all of our research scientists have all leveled up at the same time, and we've found a new anomaly. This anomaly is a strength 3 anomaly, and our scientist is only skill level 2, so that would take him a lot longer to research, where that routine, where the level 1 anomaly was going to take 80 days. It took 80 days, if I recall. This is going to take 120 days. So what we'll likely do with this one is, because it's beyond his skill level and we'd rather have him out exploring, we can probably leave this one for the time being. We're going to expand over it anyway, so it's not going to be lost. We're going to expand into the system, so it's not going to be lost. So we can be quite safe leaving that one behind for later investigation. I genuinely thought our our survey dude would have finished this by now. Ah, very good. We found alloys in the system. They're quite rare, so that's a nice thing to find. And the next place I want to explore, I can barely see on the map because it's so bright in here.
Construction complete.
Ooh. Gateway has spat an unknown metallic object. Collided with a planet in our system. Wow. So we've now been issued with a special project called A Closer Look on our home planet. Oh no, it didn't land on our home planet, it landed on another planet. So it's going to cost 250 engineering research to research this thing, and we have no idea what it could do, but because we have other priorities, we could leave that one for the time being. Yeah, where rather than just time being required, this one actually costs research points, so we'll leave that one floating for the time being. Hopefully it's not one that I meant to do immediately, but I have no idea. We've actually finished. No, we haven't. We have finished all of the extraction points here though, and this guy can't be far away from having fully researched the system, can he? Oh, we've got a new tradition to do, so we'll go for the survey speed increase because we want to survey a whole bunch more stuff. And science ship disengage chance. So that will help keep that science ship alive. In the meantime, I'm getting frustrated with only having one science ship when I should have 300. And so I'm going to send this guy on a mission in a direction and see if we can't work out a way to lock down a chunk of this space. So I'm just holding down. Oops. Crap. Yeah, it's gonna do something weird. I don't know. I don't know how to delete the last instruction. So what's gonna happen, because I didn't see that there wasn't a jump from there to there. He's going to survey, and then go there and survey, and then go back there and survey. So that's wonky, but I don't want to change it. What I'm also going to do here is I'm going to build some more science ships, because why not? We've got plenty of minerals, we've got plenty of energy credits coming in to pay for the scientists that are going to be on those ships, and we're going to get exploring this damn universe more quickly. What has happened while I haven't been watching is that we've had 2 populations grow, and we've now hit 30 population cap. So I'm going to build some more buildings. We need at least 2 jobs, and quickly. Let's go for a research building, because we're providing enough consumer goods just to cover that. And when does our next population happen? Not for a while. Okay. So sometime in the next 30 months we'll build another one of these, another civilian industries. I'm worried about our consumer goods getting a bit low.
System survey complete.
There's our system survey complete, and with that complete we'll build a starbase there to exploit this cash, this energy, and that alloy. Production site. Oops, our new science ship has popped out. Our new science ships have popped out. I didn't see them come. So we're going to assign new leaders to these. Anomaly discovery chance is a really handy one, because that means we get more of these kinds of events, and with more of those types of events we have more chances of getting really cool techs, or really cool, I don't know, research locations, or all sorts of cool stuff. So we just we want to find all the anomalies that we can. We could actually do an edict, which would increase our likelihood of finding anomalies. So you can only stack like 10 movement options for your science ships. So I'm going to do that for all of our science ships. This guy is quick. He researches anomalies quickly. So yeah, we'll get this guy. And that's a special project. It's not an anomaly. That's an anomaly over there. So he wouldn't be quicker at researching the special project, but he would be quicker at researching that. But again, he's only a level 1. So even though he's got a plus 35 speed to researching anomalies, it's not really worth doing. We'll send him out here exploring down this way. Hang on, where does his buddy go? So his buddy's going that way, and then once he's finished, he's going to, I don't know, potter around doing the rest of that. So we'll send this guy down exploring over this way. Ordinarily, your paths, when you don't turn on hyperlane density to full, your paths are a little bit more easy to choose, because they're a lot more limited, but it's fine. we're sending out our scientists to do their exploring. And we can be safe in the knowledge that they've got a better likelihood of disengaging from dangerous situations, which is nice. We've expanded our borders there. Let's build mining stations. He'll build... Actually, ideally you'd hope that he prioritizes the alloys, because that's more important than the energy. It'll be interesting to see if that's the case. It may just do whatever's closest to it. There's instructions to do all of them. Yeah, so it did whatever was closest to it.
Complete.
Hey, we've done our first research. Alright. So because this guy had a 10% bonus to his research speed, he's beaten both of these two lemons to their research. This guy is ahead of that guy because we got that boost. Oh, because we're doing more engineering research each month than we are society. But he also got that bonus from researching the alien ship debris. But that'll happen in due time. So, our physics research. We want to do research station bonus output. That could be nice. Automatic exploration is kind of handy, but not particularly important. We can do our own research for them. Our own survey pathing for the meantime. So we'll go for this one. This will give us a bonus of 10% to all of our research stations. So we'll pick up an extra. We had 2 there, so we'll get an extra 10% on whatever that is. We'll get an extra 5.5 coming out of that system, and an extra come on, brain, an extra 0.6 coming out of that system. So that seems good. But we're obviously only going to find more research stations. So okay, so we've now found a level 3 anomaly, and we have a level 1 scientist. Definitely worth leaving. He would take forever. Oh, but I can see something he has found. That there is a 70% habitable tropical world. The reason it's 70 is because... Oh, it's huge as well. 24. Awesome. No? I'm not sure why it's 70% habitable. I thought... wrong window. Where's the window I'm looking for? Yeah, I thought we should have plus 80 on a tropical world. Why would it be? Only 70. How strange. I really don't know. Oh, there we go. Atmospheric anomaly. So, the reason... Oh, wow. So the reason this is lower than I would... No? It's on a different planet. I've no idea. I cannot explain. 70% Tutorion. Nah, makes no sense to me at all. I would have guessed 80. I think maybe that the tooltip for this is wrong. Is my best guess. Maybe your preference is 70 and 50 for other planet types that are near you, and then 20 for ones that aren't. Let's have a look at that other planet that we found. Yeah, okay. So Tundra... Ah! Did we choose a trait that lowers our habitability? Yes, okay, that's why. Because we're non-adaptive, we get a negative 10% penalty to every planet. So tropical planets would ordinarily be 80, but because of non-adaptive, it's only 70. And then for that, it's only 10 when it should be 20. That makes sense. Didn't think they'd change those numbers. Now, what we've found here is one of the event paths that you can get. Every game that you start, you will end up getting a precursor event path. Yeah, it begins the Precursors event chain. There we go. And the Erasians give us a certain amount of bonuses. If we have a look in the situation log, we can see that we need to find 6 Erasian artifacts, and then it will be possible to pinpoint the location of their home system, and in their home system we'll get a really nice bonus. So that's another really good reason to do lots of exploration early on, because we want to find these as quickly as we can and start getting the bonuses from their home system as soon as we can. So building these extra ships was a really good idea. And we've found, so if you remember when we began the game, there was 2 guaranteed habitable worlds nearby. We've now found both of the guaranteed habitable worlds nearby. We've found a 13 size tropical world over there and a 24 size tropical world over here. So we'll race that guy up that way, but after that he's coming back here to build there, expand there, and then we'll expand there and there to in fact, hey, let's build another construction ship, because why not? I'll have this guy wandering around doing stuff that he needs to over that way, and we'll have our picking up good resources, and we'll have this guy expanding to grab these resources and to make sure that we start colonizing as soon as possible. I'm going to leave all of these for the time being, because we're expanding into everything that we're looking at. We're expanding all around here. We've got no reason not to expand like as quickly as we can and grab all of this stuff. So we'll keep our science ships exploring rather than looking at anomalies for the time being. They can always come back and look at those. And we've got another event chain. This is the Habitable World Survey event chain, and we just basically get perks every time we explore, or survey rather, a new habitable world. That science ship has finished exploring. Let's go in here. I want to make sure that we've got no anomalies. I don't know why it's taking so long to zoom in. Yeah, so if you have an anomaly on a habitable planet, you won't be able to inhabit that planet until you've researched the anomaly. So I wanted to make sure that that anomaly wasn't on that planet.
Research complete.
He's finished expanding there. Okay, so we've now got a habitable planet within our sphere of influence. What I should have done, if I were playing this properly, I would have started a colony ship building, because colony ships take a full year to build. I would have started that building before, as soon as we discovered that there was a habitable planet there, because it's going to take time to build and then to get there. And ideally, had I prepared a colony ship earlier, I could have had this colony ship colonizing right now. There's reasons not to do that sometimes, but in this case I had no reason not to do that. I've just got my timings done bad. I've just done my timings badly. So exploring and expanding as efficiently as you can is a quite an important part of the game. Alright, so we've now finished our first tech. I should mention that you can examine your most recently researched techs by clicking on the research button, and it will show researched engineering. You can change that by clicking there and there. You can see what things you've researched, including text that you researched before you even started. So when, so your population before you even started had all of these texts. We've researched nanomechanics, and that's giving us a bonus to our engineering research for the rest of the game. We need to choose a new one. Let's go for... that one's kinda cool, but we get a bonus to Voidcraft, and that one's also kinda cool, and it leads to... unlocks more stuff, and we get a bonus to that one. We'll go for this one, because getting more minerals early on is more important to us than our measly ships being slightly stronger, or than an armor tech, when hopefully we won't have any dangerous fights coming at us anytime soon. Oh, that guy's able to build his starbase there, and unpause. So I think what I'll say at this point, guys, is that we're pretty much... We've described most of the base things in the game. There's not too much else to discuss. Oh, we'll go for a little bit longer. There's a few things that I'd like to show, but from this point I'm probably just going to be running through expanding into new planets that we can expand into. I'm going to be exploring and exploiting as many resources as I can get my hands on.
Anomaly found.
We're leaving all of our anomalies.
Anomaly found.
I did that in a strange way too.
Research complete.
New research. So I'm half tempted to skip these and go over to here. There's no reason why I need to continue these, except that I do want to get that Ascension perk as soon as I can. But I'm also tempted to jump over here and grab perhaps those two. But it's probably quite inefficient. It's unlikely that I'll get enough unity to spend this to pay for this one here and then that one there before our colonies are built. So maybe I should stick to my guns, stick to our research guns. Yeah, let's do that. So I've chosen that one because I wanted the extra research alternative. We've also got another building, another population on our planet that needs something to do. Let's, what should we go for this time? Yeah, we're just about out of consumer goods, and once we start expanding to the new planets, we won't have any more. We won't have. They won't be able to produce any on the new planets, and they'll be consuming some there too. Now this guy really sucks. I do not like that guy. Oh, either of those. Well, those guys. Some of them were okay, but none were immediately useful. We didn't have an industry or a computing dude. So we can maybe just leave this mug doing his job. Doing his job badly. So this is quite a nice tech. It will give us passive +2 unity per month. That's quite good. Also +20 farm output would be output from farmers would be quite good. That one's also really nice, depending on the type of empire that you've got. You've got a trading empire that's hugely important. But yeah, we'll just go for food. Food's fine for us. So
Construction complete.
yeah, I'll wrap this video up here, guys. You've got a view of what I'm looking to do. I'll do one more to yeah, I've showed you all the basics. I'll do one more to show you the process of colonizing. In fact, there's really nothing to show. All I do when my colony ship arrives, where is it? What? Why am I not seeing building? Oh, I am down there. Okay, so it's only a few days away. We'll let this finish and then we'll wrap this one up. All I'm going to do once he's built, ooh, we've found alien enemies, enigmatic spacefarers. So we've seen some sort of enemy ship up here. I forgot that this happened in the game. So I'm really weirded out by how long that's taking to load in. So we've found enigmatic spacefarers. And those are, from the look of the model, another species. So we've found another empire already. And what we've got a special new project. A new special project has been generated. And if you investigate the Gamma aliens before the Gamma aliens investigate you, you get a... You can either get a special project or influence, and in this case it'll be influence because we can tell what type of alien they are. So we're going to do that. We're going to put our unimportant society research on hold and research this because we want to get all the influence we can, because influence allows us to expand our borders. That's basically going to be the limiting factor on how far our borders can expand. So we want to expand these borders as far as we can. And then we want to... Well, I'm half tempted to skip that awful... Maybe I do that. Yeah, that's such a shit system that I'm going to skip it. And expand around
System
that way
survey
to
complete.
the planet. Hey, we've got a level 10 difficulty anomaly. So we won't be doing that one. That would take 20 years for our poor level 2 guy to research. So we'll be leaving that one for now.
System survey complete.
Hang on, 240... What did it say? 240 days? $1,800 for our best scientist. Ouch. So what finished building? Oh no, that's right. We're waiting for our our colony ship. So once our colony ship pops out, he'll be the third type of civilian ship. I forgot about those when I was talking about civilian ships. And all they do is colonize things. So we'll go into this view here and right click on there and say colonize. Assign it a name. And once it gets there, it'll take a couple of... I think it takes a year to set up the colony on the planet. And then we'll have a new planet, which... cool. We've got a planetary oddity going on. So we can see on this planet, because of the strong magnetic fields, we have extra generator districts, and we get bonuses to energy output and physics research. So this planet, we're going to, because of that particular bonus, and there's no rare planetary features, so we don't need to worry about those. Because of that particular bonus, wrong planet. That's a savanna planet. What am I meaning? Okay, I see. So the savanna planet's the one with the cool modifier. Our Patsy tropical world has very little going on in it, and it's only small as well. So we're probably going to make it just in a... oh, it does have a rare feature. Alright, so it's not as putsy as I thought, but it does have hardly any districts available. So we'll just make this a agricultural planet. This will be the food bowl for our entire empire, at least for the in the short term. And it has dust caverns, which means we can build a moat harvesting trap in there once we understand what moats are. I happen to know that moats are volatile moats, and they're one of the rare resources, so that's actually a good planet, because we're going to get 2 of those per month, and that's just super. Other ways we could colonize a planet is by clicking on the planet from out here, and oops, that planet has an anomaly, so we can't colonize it. Right. But we could colonize that one if we wanted to. It will only have 10% habitability, so we'll have a massive penalty to our amenities usage and our pop upkeep. So they'll need lots of food, lots of amenities, and they'll only grow and put out half as much of grow half the speed and put out half as much resources as they would on a proper on a planet they could inhabit properly. So not worth colonizing yet. But this one, certainly. Click colonize, select the planet you want it to do, where select the type of species, the type of population that you want to create the colony, and click there and it would do it, but we've already got a colony ship on the way, so we don't need to. So that's colonizing. There's really not much else to it. Once we do colonize this planet, we will build maybe 1 or 2 agriculture things. We will maybe remove some of these. No, there's no reason to move any of those, I don't think. Oh, maybe, yeah, we will eventually, because it'll free up those. But then we'll handle it just as we do our main planet, and that we build districts that we want. We build buildings that will be useful on that given planet, and the only other thing we'll do is we'll assign a colony designation to it. They are picked automatically. You don't need to do this manually, but in our case of that planet, we'll set this as being an agricultural planet, so it gets a bonus to its agriculture output. So the farmers are more efficient. But that's about all that will happen on that one. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. I'll continue, but it won't be an instructional. It'll just be a so you can see what I've done kind of a situation. I'll omit it from the instructional list and continue on separately. Continue the instructional on once we have got some diplomacy. I think that'll likely be the next one. So once we've finished investigating those gamma aliens. Were they gamma aliens? Yep. Once we've finished investigating them, we'll have a look at how diplomacy works in the game. So we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.